What is up, everybody? I don't know about you, but today I woke up to some amazing news with XRP getting in bed with MoneyGram. Now, you probably have already seen this article that Ripple's taking an up to $50 million stake in MoneyGram. And the reason why I chose this specific article is because in the title it says, in a push to deploy XRP. And really, it's pretty obvious, but that is the biggest reason for this acquisition. But there's more benefit for Ripple side of things than just pushing XRP. But if you haven't already heard, Ripple announced on Monday a major partnership with MoneyGram, which will see the money transfer service use the digital currency XRP as part of its day-to-day operations. And what's so crazy about this news is how openly and transparent they are when they say using XRP. It's such a relief to finally hear someone confirm, talk openly about it, because the past, I don't even know, year, 2 years, everything's been speculation. All of the XRP influencers have been connecting all the dots to where it made sense. It's like I didn't have a doubt in my mind that XRP will be put to use, and it's almost there. But we never got this full-blown confirmation, and it feels so good. And man, what a day for XRP. So if you want, you can watch this video. MoneyGram partnership is a big step for blockchain, Ripple CEO says. And then another part of the relief is Brad Garlinghouse openly saying, okay, XRP is being used. This is the sole purpose of this partnership. It's finally being said. It's so good to hear Brad finally talk about the use of actual XRP. And MoneyGram is one of the main competitors to Western Union. And I'm sure you've all heard about Western Union and MoneyGram. The difference is Western Union has a pretty significant larger market share. I think they do about $80 billion in cross-border payments per year. And MoneyGram, I believe, is around 20 billion, which is still, it's very sizable. But with this article, what's interesting is that they break down the fees. Now, for Western Union, if a recipient is picking up cash from someone sending them money, it's a $5 fee. But if you have funds withdrawn from your online bank account, it's $11 fee. And if you use your debit or credit card, it's $50 fee. And this is just illustrating how insane and really unjustified these costs, these fees are with sending money across a border. It's just, it seems like from a customer standpoint, they're just stealing your money. Now, MoneyGram, it's very similar. It's what seems, maybe they have reason for the extra fees, but it's what seems to be just arbitrary fees for any little extra thing that they do for you. Now, getting cash, that's one level, it's the cheapest. But then getting it to your bank account, it's a level of convenience for you. So that's why they're tacking on that extra money. It's just weird. And the end of the article, so this section is basically breaking down MoneyGram and how they structure their fees and whatnot. And here too, it's just a little different than Western Union. But one of the main drawbacks to both of these systems is it's all during business hours. Now, I don't know for sure, but I'm very curious if XRP integration is going to allow 24/7 service for these companies, which is a huge benefit on the customer side of things. And I'm sure being open 24/7 is something that MoneyGram would enjoy too. It's like, why close doors if it's not going to cost you extra money and you can actually make more money? And also the vulnerability to customers to fraud. I didn't realize it, but I saw somewhere where they spend about $125 million a year in just fraud. Fraud fees or whatever, like fixing those issues. And I believe that's something that XRP can help a lot with, because it takes away a lot of the person-to-person handling of different transactions. So definitely you can lower cost, and just by potentially, this is speculation, but potentially down the road having extended hours and not being subjected to the typical business hour week, it just seems like a no-brainer for MoneyGram. Now, here we'll see that just representing the differences in volume for Western Union here on the left, the largest square, and then MoneyGram, the fourth from the left, right? So MoneyGram is just over 20 billion, and that's in the last 12 months of this article. Something very interesting, and guys, just because it's a lower amount, don't feel bad, because this is great. This is a great amount of volume. It's by no means a small amount. What's also interesting is we've been hearing a lot of information about XRP in the UAE, and look at this number 2 right here. It's the UAE exchange, about 40 billion. Now, I don't know for sure. I'm going to dig a little deeper on this. But if XRP is going to tap into this as well, and also by getting in bed with MoneyGram tapping into this, it's pretty substantial. Now, a little bit of information that I wasn't previously aware of was how bad MoneyGram was actually doing. And I believe they were still profitable, but they were basically, it sounded like they got really complacent throughout the 2000s and were, basically a cash cow, just making a ton of money, and really weren't concerned about growing the business and competition. And it's resulted in a lot of the top board members leaving their company, and also one of their main competitive advantages was being in Walmart stores, but Walmart ended up booting them and using a different service. I believe it was RIA, and so that was a huge hit to their business also. So as you can see here, by June 2008, the stock was less than $1, and most executives and board members resigned, because who wants to be a part of a sinking ship, And then one of the investment groups became a majority shareholder. It's typically not great. Now, it was saved, but was loaded with debt. And when you're in an unhealthy amount of debt, it's really hard to really prosper and do things that are gonna really affect your business, because your hands are essentially tied. But really, the main reason for me showing you this is the idea that, one, this is such an obvious partnership that Ripple was going to make. And while I had confidence that this was something happening in the background, there was still that doubt. But seeing how MoneyGram was struggling and how they're grasping for whatever they can, it seemed so obvious. And, Ripple taking a pretty substantial stake in MoneyGram, if MoneyGram performs well, so will Ripple. And if Ripple performs well, so will XRP, because Ripple will have more resources to build out the ecosystem and build out their influence throughout the world. And getting in on MoneyGram at a very low price, at what was the percentage? It's like around less than a 10% stake. I forget the exact percentage. But MoneyGram, Ripple's solution is going to impact MoneyGram significantly and cause them to be more profitable and grow their business, which will grow the valuation of their company. And by having such a high stake in MoneyGram at a low price, Ripple solution is not only going to benefit MoneyGram, but it's benefiting Ripple. And it's like at all areas, all avenues that Ripple's taking, it's leading back to XRP. So guys, it's super exciting. I know we didn't get a major pump off of the news. It was good that we got, we hit up to what, 45.8? What was the high on this? Oh, we hit up to 46. Didn't realize that. But listen, guys, it's not going to happen overnight. So don't be too down about the price not just jacking up way to the moon. But if you see here, we broke through this resistance. This news broke through this resistance here, this small resistance. And went up there. This line is probably off a bit. It probably touched closer to this line, this resistance. And it's just coming back to this support. And we'll see what happens. But really, I'm so bullish on XRP. The whole crypto market, is just thriving right now. You can see Bitcoin just going parabolic for the most part. But guys, just be patient. Really, just be patient. So later today, I will have another video. Once Facebook's white paper comes out, which this article states it comes out June 18th. And today's June 18th, guys. So I'll be looking out for the white paper. I'm going to dissect that a little bit. I'll have another video out later today, kind of discussing my thoughts. Also, this video, Bloomberg Technology, Brad gives a quick little sentence about what he thinks about Facebook's new coin and whatnot, and how he thinks it'll impact XRP. But guys, that is going to do it for me today. Super exciting news. Finally, we hear real confirmation of big players getting involved with the XRP community. And thank you guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to hear. And I look forward to the video later today. So thanks, guys, and be patient.